Hello, my name is Deanna Murray, and I am the Director of Marketing and Brand Strategy at Build Automate in Washington, D.C. No matter how long you have been a manager, you will encounter employees who will be difficult to manage. A true sign of a good manager is how you can rise to the challenge and figure out how to reach this employee and inspire them to produce beautiful work. Early in my management career, I was taught how important it is for a manager to adapt to the communication style of his or her employees, not the other way around. Figuring out exactly what needs to be done to get the best out of your people is a key part of management. And it's no different when dealing with an unorganized, forgetful employee. The traits of disorganization and forgetfulness stem from internal and external factors within a person's life. And while a manager isn't necessarily privy to the contributing factors, guiding a person to complete what needs to be done in order to meet the company goals is paramount to his and your success. When dealing with an employee you believe to be disorganized, the first thing to do is make sure you aren't the one who is causing the problems. An unorganized manager is the cause of unorganized employees in most cases. Unfortunately, management doesn't like to take the blame and shape up, so be sure you are actually giving your employee what he or she needs to be organized and complete the job. Next, a lot of disorganization and confusion is caused by an employee simply not understanding what their role is. Give your employee a written job description and sit down with him or her and discuss every aspect of it. Make sure the tasks he is being asked to perform are within the scope, and if not, set those tasks aside until you can see clear improvement and organization within the core job responsibilities. If the tasks are outside of the scope and you can't put them aside or reassign them, more than likely training is needed to complete them. Today, fewer employees are doing much more because of layoffs and cutbacks. If your employee is unorganized or failing in a job that is outside of scope, it is probably because you've asked them to perform tasks outside of their expertise. Be a proactive manager. Just as the employee was willing to step up to help the organization, be willing to step up to offer instruction or classes so jobs can be completed properly. Utilize file sharing as a paperless filing system to house all necessary directives, progress, plans, and valuable task information. Keep all documentation up to date and also schedule check-in meetings on a regular basis through a calendaring system. Be extremely diligent as a manager in making sure water cooler conversations don't become policy. Communicate directives to your team as a whole and not on a one-on-one basis when it impacts everyone's performance. Forgetfulness and disorganization can also be thwarted if you, as a manager, are not constantly changing your message or throwing new directives out at employees. Management must stay focused and always communicate a precise message. Don't be afraid to talk to an employee who seems to be forgetful or unorganized. There are resources online to help with organization and with forgetfulness. But be sensitive to that. Sometimes it's just how some people are. If your employee has limits based on these two traits, then realize that and task them accordingly. If a personal aspect is playing into it and the employee shares them with you, direct him or her to HR for assistance. Just remember, part of being a manager is being able to deal with people and to get work done. But the human aspect of leadership is nurturing and helping your employees when they need it. Good leadership requires it, and smart business demands it. I sure hope this information helps. Leave a comment or a question. I'd love to hear from you. And if you get a chance, check out my weekly blog on buildautomate.com. This is Deanna Murray saying see ya, and we'll talk again soon.